What's up guys, Spin Firearms here, and I'm just making this video to get some content out there because I'm guessing the videos that I tried uploading just now are going to take 6 to 7 days with reviews on YouTube, and I have a bunch of videos that are still being held up. Some videos that are at like 28 days since I submitted a request for a review from an actual person, not just a robot. Others, are 3 days out, so it's just whenever those, line up and start dropping. But today we're going to talk about, should you carry more than one firearm? And I definitely think so, but it all depends on what you're doing. For instance, if you're going downtown into the city, I always recommend carrying another pistol. And the reason for that is I like to have one inside the waistband appendix, and I also like to have one either pocket carry or outside the waistband. I've been doing appendix and outside the waistband more often, but I think a pocket holster makes more sense in what I'm going to explain. So, obviously, majority of self-defense encounters occur within 3 feet. And if you've taken training courses or seen videos of it, it is very hard when you're fighting with someone, grappling, trying to get space, trying to push off on the person. And a lot of times you don't. When it's a self-defense encounter, you're always playing catch up as the good guy. When you're being attacked, you are always trying to. If someone draws a gun on you, you're always second. You're never going to be first because we don't jump the gun on stuff like that. No pun intended, but it is hard to, actually get to that firearm. And a lot of times the person's going to be touching you, or you're going to be rolling around on the ground and so on. So if you have 2 on your waistband, it's easy for that person to grab that other firearm. If your first firearm gets thrown away somewhere, falls out of your hand, it gets hit out of your hand, it gets grabbed by them, and so on. So that's where I like a pocket pistol. Now, you need a good pocket holster, as I'm actually experiencing issues with my Borai pocket holster for my FN. Now, I've carried with it for about a year and a half in my pocket, and I think it's from all the grit and dirt and stuff that gets inside of there, and it's been scratching for so long, like that's why my frame is so scratched up, that the holster no longer fits it properly. I have a bunch of them, and I've never had that issue with it, but I think it's the amount of time that I've been using it, and also the pocket carry where it's always bending and flexing and so on. So I've actually gotten nervous, so I ordered a better pocket holster, which is going to be a much better setup, and I'm hoping that is the answer, because this is just basically a trigger guard holster with the claw on it for drawing. Now, it's a very smooth draw. It always draws properly, but right now I am having fitting issues, but I think it's because of how much I pocket carry and how much gunk actually gets built up in my pocket because of what I do for a living. But like I said, I ordered the better pocket holster, which is supposed to be top-notch pocket holster, so I'm very excited to get that, and I will be making a review on it. But people always say, oh, why not just carry a backup mag? And I get that, and I do carry a backup mag. I actually, if I'm carrying 2 firearms, I carry a backup mag for each firearm. Now, most likely, you're never going to have to use a backup mag, and if you do, it's going to be to clear malfunction, not for capacity reasons. But if your main firearm gets taken from you, or if you're only carrying one, that backup mag becomes pointless. That's why I call a pocket pistol a get off me gun. You're close, something happened to your original firearm, either it got taken out of your hand, they got it, you got robbed for it, someone runs up on you and says, give me everything you got, they see you have something in the waistband, they got the drop on you so you can't do anything. That's where, hey, okay, I have a lot of videos out like this where you're like, okay, just let me get my stuff, and then you reach in your pocket like you're grabbing a wallet, and out comes your FN503, your Glock 43, or whatever pocket pistol you're carrying. I think that's a great way, especially for getting robbed, being held at gunpoint, and so on. Nobody's expecting you to have a second firearm. So that's why I like to do that. Do I carry a second firearm all the time? No, I definitely don't. I can't do it during work because I need something that's flexible. Come on, kitty. And something that... sorry, guys. Something that fits with what I'm doing. So I can't have something appendix and pocket. It's just got to be pocket. But like I said, when I go down to the city, or if I'm going like that sketchy Walmart nearby where I live, super sketchy, definitely carrying 2 firearms. For that Walmart, I might even carry 3. Just like the Papa John's nearby, might even carry 4. No, I'm just kidding. Only 2. I would never carry 3. That's ridiculous. And I also never like to leave a firearm unlocked or unattended in my vehicle if I don't have to. So 2 is the max I usually carry, each with a backup mag. And you can never be too cautious. Like for one, if you only have 1 firearm and that gets out of the fight or it gets in someone else's hands, you're done. You're out of the fight. It's over. That's why I like having a second chance, something you can go to. And that's why I love the FN503. Like I said, it doesn't matter the conditions. It runs in the snow. It runs with gunked up. It runs with sawdust. I mean, it runs dirty as can be. It's going to go off. And that's why I always stress pocket carry. A lot of people consider pocket carry as unsafe. It all depends on the holster. I'm very active with my job. and nothing ever happens. Round in the chamber, it's all about that pocket holster. That's why I switched over to the Vetter, because the bore pocket holster is making me a little nervous, and also soft pocket holsters make me a little nervous. But yeah, that's why I carry 2 firearms, and I definitely think you should. Now, if you're just running up to, the gas station real quick, even though gas stations are sketchy places, chances are you're not going to have people that get close to you enough to where that firearm goes away. It's going to be more crowded areas, malls, and where you're not expecting it. Whereas at gas stations, you should definitely be on alert, because it's like a number one place where you get attacked and so on. But anyways, yeah, that's why I carry 2 firearms pretty often. Not all the time, but pretty often, all depending on the situation I'm going to be in, where I'm going to be. And obviously, if I have to carry 2 firearms there, I try to avoid those places. I try not to even go down there. I like being at my house. I like being with my family, so I don't do that a lot. But I do stress to people often carry 2 firearms, especially when you think you're going to an area where stuff could happen. Thanks for watching.